About 20 years. I actually, when I was in my 20s, I had purchased a building in Philadelphia that was like an abandoned house. My now husband and I were rehabbing this building, and so I was chopping up big chunks of concrete behind the house and lifting them into a wheelbarrow, bringing them over to a dumpster and like throwing them from the wheelbarrow to the dumpster. And that's when I think it first started. There was degeneration in the discs in my lower back for years of overuse, then like the adhesion developed from that. I just would mention it to my doctors anytime I was at the doctor's for any reason. I would mention it and it would always just be kind of dismissed as like, well, that's normal. You teach dance and you're on your feet a lot. And, through my pregnancies, I would mention it because of course it would get worse and worse. I have 3 kids. So by my last pregnancy, it was like pretty bad. And I would get the same answer, like that's just normal for pregnancy to have lower back pain.
20 years ago, Laurie was lifting heavy items from the floor and she felt a pull in her low back that just progressively got worse and worse.
I own a ballet studio. It's Williamstown Ballet Theater, and we do like 2 productions a year plus a recital, and I teach ballet and I teach modern dance. I think, I just dismissed it as like I must just be like overusing it and I just need to stretch more and I just need to rest it more, which I found kind of hard to do just on a daily basis. So I think over the years, now looking back, what I was doing was just making it worse and worse and worse.
She's an avid dancer. She has a dance studio, and so she teaches people how to dance different styles of dance, and it started affecting her work life.
It was getting to the point where I was avoiding doing things with my kids. I would just have a second thought, like we'd be on vacation at the beach, let's take a walk, and I'm like, later, maybe tomorrow, so then I'm like, this is a problem. I'm like not doing things that I want to do, saving up all my energy to go to work and then trying to plan how much I could do in a day to like minimize the amount of pain that I would feel going to bed that night. And I was realizing that like I was spending so much time trying to block it out that I was blocking out a lot more than just the pain. It was like I'm blocking out like things that like feelings and just all kinds of things that I realized like this has to stop. When I saw the TikTok video, I was thinking about this pain as like a muscle pain that I had. I assumed maybe I had like ruptured a disc and just kept going over the years and just made it worse. And then I had never heard of adhesion building up in your body. And so like I have this one area, my lower back, that's where most of the pain kind of lives. And then it wraps around into my like hip flexors. I was so excited because like just the idea of not feeling that pain like hit me, and I was just thrilled.
She went to many other places, she did PT, and nothing was helping.
I have a really hard time with numbering the pain, so I'm gonna say I felt like a 5 as a whole. Emotionally, how I felt about it, and physically how I felt about it. I'm like at like a 0. Feel it, gets a little agitated, but yeah, so that was such an intense experience to go from like having that pain and then the absence of it is awesome. I love working with Nico. There's a sort of like intensity to the treatments. You need to prepare yourself for that, like you're gonna go through like a feeling of discomfort, and then on the other end of that is gonna be the relief.
We were able to get her 90% relief from our treatment, and now she's becoming smarter, respecting the boundaries and not pushing her body to the limits where the body does not allow.
I had to make the decision to make some changes. I used to teach for hours a week, sometimes like 3-4 hours a night on my feet. And then over the years, as like, I got more staff and people that I trust, I sort of like unload onto other people and distribute that. And then I realized after coming to the treatment, I kind of had the summer off. Going into the fall season, I made the decision to give all my classes to other teachers, and I just have one for myself. I realized that like these movements that I've been doing that felt so right to me are the same things that are causing me the pain.
She got more help. She got another instructor to help teach other people how to dance, and she's doing great with our treatment.
This might sound strange, but I'm finding it easier to put up boundaries and take time for myself. It feels really amazing because I'm learning it's not just about the physical pain, but it's just about, like I was saying, how I was like blocking things out because I was trying to block the pain. As the treatments progress and you start thinking about taking better care of yourself, it's like a whole process of not just getting rid of that pain, but emotional pain. If you'd have asked me if I felt like I needed that, like a year ago, I'd be like, I'm fine. So that was kind of an unexpected discovery that I made. So if you're experiencing like that kind of pain where no matter what you do to that normal things that should like relieve the pain, even taking like ibuprofen or something like that, or taking a hot bath and nothing's helping it, and you're also the type of person who's doing like repetitive movements or exercises over and over again, I would say that it's definitely worth looking into, because I just didn't realize that that even existed. So once I found that out, it just kind of like, I was like, I have to go there. And I'm like, it's 2 hours away, I don't care. I'm going. I love it. I feel like it's really comfortable and welcoming and warm and open-minded.